Okay. Christy, it needs to rain there. It's been too hot in South Carolina. Well, we had a cold front come through today, and that's why it's been raining today. So I didn't get a chance to do the Craftsmas video because trying to plug leaks and all that kind of stuff. Because even though we've got the insurance adjuster and everything came out, it's just been, nothing's fixed yet. Nothing's fixed, and we don't know. And part of the problem is finding out where to fix. You know what I'm saying? Like on this building, it's a flat roof, so you don't know where the leaks are because we know we had leaks. We just didn't know exactly where everything was until it came back or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been dealing with today. But we will be back Monday for kits. Not kids, for Craftsmas. I wasn't even feeling super great today. It's been a stressful few weeks, or not even a few weeks, 2 weeks. Has it only been a week since the storm? It has only been a week since the storm. The storm hit last Friday. So we're still getting things back to normal. And I'm trying to film as much as possible, which sometimes is more or less than what I like. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Andrea. Yeah, everything's safe and well. It's just been, everything is a wreck in here. I need to get it all situated back to where it goes because it is a absolute nightmare, which is driving me insane. No, Kathy Ann, everything is fine. We just had rain here. Okay, so let me. I guess I should go back and kind of explain everything that happened last Friday, which was, what day of the week was that? I have no idea because it doesn't feel like, it feels like it should have been a longer time ago than just last week. So last week on the 9th, Hurricane Delta came through and our area got hit pretty good. It wasn't supposed to originally, but things changed. So we had a lot of damage at home. We had a lot of damage at the shop. So because we were without power for days and stuff like that, Craftsmas got behind. Well, on the days that I couldn't do Craftsmas, I've tried to do live so that way, because I was ahead of schedule. And then, we've had two hurricanes here recently. So we had damage at the home and we had damage at the shop. Had insurance adjusters and all that fun stuff come out. And then today it rained again. I was hoping to be able to get my office kind of situated back because everything's been in disarray with insurance adjusters and all that kind of stuff coming out. But no, couldn't really do all that. And because we're trying to figure out where leaks are and plugging leaks. I'm sorry to hear that, Cassandra. Wildfires are no fun. Oh, Colleen, you're so sweet. So that's kind of what's been going on. That's why Craftsmas has kind of been behind. It will get situated again. I mean, hurricane season does end. Thank God. Thank God that it does end. So I've kind of been just doing whatever I can, as much as I can. But I'm going to film this weekend, so hopefully I can get ahead of the schedule again, because so much stuff happens during the day that it almost seems impossible to keep up with everything, you know what I mean? Like, to make sure I have enough time to get a video up and edited by 3 p.m. is very difficult. And that was part of it today. Like, I started getting everything ready, and then it's just been a madhouse of a day because we had a cold front come through. Cold front's going to last tomorrow, and then it will be hot again on Sunday. Gotta love Southeast Texas weather. Hi, April. So, before we kind of jump into everything, and if y'all are interested in, y'all have any questions, let me know. Donna, there's not really a specific brand order. I just look for the Cricut replacement blades. So, you know, you have to look at reviews and stuff like that. So anyways, before we kind of jump into everything, I wanted to remind y'all this weekend that ends on the 18th, Glow in the Dark is on sale for 20% off. And we do appreciate it when you purchase from us. It definitely helps us, especially with all the stuff we've had to deal with. You know, don't feel bad. We're okay. It's just, it helps because things have been tough between hurricanes and COVID and everything else. It's been kind of crazy. So, Glow in the Dark, all the new colors are 20% off. And there are a lot of new colors. So there was the original Luminous Flex. April Lynn, I have a video on bleaching a shirt. It's the same process. You just got to make sure you have a shirt that has enough polyester in it to sublimate on. There's no difference. You see what I'm saying? But I do have a video coming up for Craftsmas that we've recorded part of earlier on tie-dye bleaching. I mean, again, it's all the same process as bleaching is bleaching. You know what I mean? It's just putting a sublimated picture on it. But yes, the Luminous Flex, these are all the new colors in the Glow in the Dark. So there's the original Luminous Flex, which is a little bit thicker. There's a new one that's the same color. It's the 4791 that is a little bit thinner, but it has some stretch to it. And then there are colors. So you have neon pink, neon orange, neon yellow, neon green, neon blue. So this is what they look like whenever they're in regular light, and then this is what their bioluminescence is. And then there is a white one, which has more of like a blue color to it. So those are on sale for 20% off this week. So if you're interested, you're more than welcome to order from us. But this is kind of like, here, I'll show you some of the colors because I have some of these masks still in here. So we have, this is the pink. Isn't that cute? This is the green. It's kind of hard to tell in this lighting, but it is like neon green. And then here is the orange. So that is the Glow in the Dark that's on sale through the 18th. Then we have, I have a tickle in my throat. When the weather changes, I don't know how it is for y'all, but when the weather changes, for me, my allergies and sinuses go through the roof. Like I have had a cough and I've been sneezing. It's not the Rona. I'm not running fever, but just not feeling super great because as soon as the weather starts, because here in Southeast Texas, we'll get a cold snap and then it goes right back to hot. When it's hot and humid or it's dry and cold. So it's not a whole lot of fun for whenever you're a sinus and allergy sufferer. And that's kind of what I've been dealing with. And then also, this is a pet project of mine that I am absolutely in love with. Yesterday's live, I showed the shirt, but it was a project between me and Nadia. She designed it while I gave her what I wanted it to be. And that is our Vote tee. So this is the Vote tee. As you can see, it says vote like your rights depend on it. Doesn't matter who you vote for. I think voting is a very important thing. It's part of your civic duty. I don't think that you can gripe about things if you don't get out and actually vote, or at least that's my personal opinion on things. So if you do order those off the website, they come in their unisex t-shirt, black Toltex, extra small through 3XL. It does include free shipping on the shirts, but if you order anything else, you still get free shipping on the shirt, so you're not going to pay anything extra, but it's not, if that makes sense. So Kelly, you just made an order for the Glow in the Dark. You're going to love it. You are going to love it. It is so gorgeous. I love playing with all the colors. And then, like, if you look behind me, that is what's coming up Monday, which will be the Patreon kit tutorial, but it's still going to be considered part of Craftsmas. And I have around here somewhere, we've got some fun new things coming. So some fun new vinyls and stuff like that. So I think y'all will love it. Bethany, you just got into Sublimation. Sublimation's pretty fun and easy. But I get a lot of people who are like, well, why can't I do a darker colored shirt? Because Sublimation is just ink. It doesn't print white. And unless you use something like the Caesar Easy Subli or something along those lines, it doesn't have white to print. You know what I'm saying? So it's, and then you're getting into, like, if you're using something like Easy Subli, then it's pretty much like doing printed vinyl, and it's a different ball game. And I do plan on doing more sublimation, but right now, part of the thing that has happened is with everything that has happened with the Rona, a lot of things are very difficult to get a hold of. Yes, Subli is very nice on white glitter. I think I did a tutorial over it. If not, I did it. I've done it several times, and I thought I videoed it, but I have done so many videos. Liam, yes, this is okay. So y'all know, or maybe you don't. One of my things that I do on YouTube is I have a second channel that is dedicated nothing but makeup. I love makeup. If you can't tell, most of the time when I film, I am on here with a full face of makeup. And if I'm watching YouTube, it is friends of mine or makeup, like my friends that are in the makeup community, or just makeup. Like, I don't watch crafting videos. I really don't watch anything except for like drag queens and makeup videos. And some of those overlap. So Britt Clark, she is a beauty YouTuber on here. She's awesome. This is her merch. So I ordered this from her. I ordered a shirt from Angelica Nyquist, Karen Harris, and from Teresa is Dead. Yes, the thing with sublimation, Cassie, that I love is that you can't feel it on the shirt. The problem that I have with sublimation is I'm not always the biggest fan of a full polyester shirt, and I cannot keep a shirt clean to save my life. I was wearing a white shirt. Was it yesterday? It was no, it was the day before yesterday. I was wearing a white shirt, and I went to put on my foundation, and I went to squirt it on my sponge, and it was clogged a little bit, and I shot it right across my boobie, and it is now stained brown from my foundation. I cannot, and even this, I just got this in Saturday, and I got like a grease stain on it. Like, I can't keep things clean. So light colors typically are not my friend. Not at all. And I mean, it's funny, but then it's not. You do less apparel than other items. Sublimation, that's where it's got some really good benefits. For us around here, at least for what our shop does, we get asked a lot more for custom apparel and signs, which are typically not something we do a lot with sublimation. You know what I mean? Especially since we have the Oki Data laser printer, the screen print stuff, the big Roland, and the direct garment. I mean, we've got like everything here under the sun. And we bought, what was it? Okay, so it was around the time I had Cameron. We bought our first sublimation printer, which was before like Sawgrass started making their own. And it was like a converted printer, and it cost us like $5,000. That thing had so many issues, it wasn't even funny. And then back then, especially now, it's a little bit better than it was now. But back then, like sublimatable products were so expensive. Like to get a coffee mug would cost wholesale like $10. So in the margin for error is so wide, like you bump it, or you know what I'm saying? Like if you've done sublimation, you'll know what I mean. That the margin for error was it was so easy to mess things up that, and then the products were so expensive by the time you were done with it, people didn't want to spend the amount. I mean, a lot of people didn't want to spend $40, $50 on a coffee mug. You know, sometimes you'd get that person that wanted it, but I mean, as I said, it was very, very, very expensive. And this was years ago. I mean, this was 14 years ago almost. So things have come down a lot in price. So that makes it a lot easier. But, you know, as I said, way back in the day, things were very, very expensive. And that's part of the problem with it was, you know, I didn't get into it a whole lot because nobody wanted to pay the money for it. You know, nobody wanted to pay that kind of price. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, as I said, what I'm hoping to do, and part of the thing is I'm hoping to get ahead of schedule for filming because, you know, we're going to have days where I'm not going to be able to film because they're going to be repairing the roof and stuff like that and the AC units and all that because there was a lot of damage. But we are doing everything that we can. And like, as I said, a lot of the places that I typically order like my die sub blanks from like Condi and all that, I have had an issue getting a hold of things because a lot of that ships from China and, you know, things have been hard. But I do need to look and see what is on Amazon. What would be kind of fun. Like here, they have a set of coffee mugs, 15-ounce coffee mugs, a set of 12 of them for like, hold on, there are a set of 6 15-ounce coffee mugs for $22. So that is a whole lot better in price than what it used to be. I also really like doing mouse pads. Mouse pads are a whole lot of fun. Like to put your kid's picture. I mean, what this is. But yeah. I guess I just need to look and see what every, you know. It says that these can be sublimated on. I haven't done any koozies yet. Sublimated. Not, I did before, but not, it hasn't been in a while. Definitely not for a while. But yeah, I'm trying to find some fun stuff to sublimate on. Is there anything that y'all want to see sublimated on? Let me know. Because I am looking at products right now. But yeah, no, I like Amazon for a lot of things. And it's a lot of it is so inexpensive. I mean, in comparison. Oh, these are cute. They got some earrings. That would be fun. I don't know. I don't know how heavy they would be. We're going to add some to the cart. A tote bag, a sublimated tote bag. Let's see. But yeah. Shell jewelry is popular right now. I don't know what all they have on Amazon. Because as I said, one of the things is finding things that are easy to get a hold of. Because as I said, part of it, like a lot of things are missing. Like it's hard to get a hold of a lot of things, like shirts and stuff like that. Like I don't know if y'all noticed it, if y'all order stuff, but stock on things have been really iffy and low, and it's kind of crazy, kind of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. But yeah. Yeah, Lacey, because we didn't get to do the other video that I like, we didn't get to do our Craftsmas video today. We're still behind. I will get caught up at some point. But yeah, since we're behind on things, I am trying to do a few things that will help, so that way y'all still get to see me and y'all know what's going on, because I get a lot of people who are like, well, what happened? Where are you going? Well, this is what's happening. Especially since we just had the hurricane. Like, I don't know how else to, like, the hurricane just kind of put everything off for me. It's been hard. But we're okay and we're good. It's just not everything that they have listed though as dye sublimatable blanks are actually dye sublimatable blanks. That's part of the issue. Like looking at all of the stuff, I'm trying to do some cute stuff. Ooh, a plate. Oh, in stock October 21st. We shall see. Okay. Thank you, Simply You. Yeah, I'm doing the best. It is. It's a crazy year. I don't know. Has it been crazy? Well, I know it's been crazy for everybody. And like, the whole thing about it is like, us in the South on the coast, we've been hit by hurricanes. Places like in California and Colorado and stuff that are dry, they have been hit with fires. It's Australia. Like, there have been, with the year already being like it was, and then all of the natural disasters on top of it, it's like really hard. Really, really hard. But yeah. I don't know. But how is everybody else? I know everybody worries about me, but I worry about you guys too. I do. A weeding panel? What's a weeding panel? I don't know what you mean. Are you talking about something that, like the weeding tables? I have one, but I bought it. I bought it from Stalls. I have a video over it. I don't know. There's so much going on. And as I said, I worry about y'all too. You know, that's part of the reason why I still try to, even if things are not going the best, I try to get on here and post, because everybody needs that interaction and needs to be checked on, you know, because sometimes you don't have a whole lot in person, or, you know what I mean? But so, weeding panel. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I'm thinking it's probably like my weeding table that I have from Stalls. But I wouldn't even know where to begin to make one like that. Like, I bought it. It's got heating elements in it. It was expensive. I think it was like $500. I mean, that's not super expensive in the grand scheme of things, at least not for us. But it does help. Yeah, Miss Dell, it is very difficult whenever you can't see family, you can't see friends. And oh, you've been working, Cassie, you've been working on some stuff for craft fairs. We're having here on Boston Avenue tomorrow, they're doing like a craft fair kind of thing. And I have no idea how it's going to go. I mean, like, it's on the street where my business is. So we'll see. Like, I can kind of see what's going on with it. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? You're working on stuff for a craft fair in December? Craft fairs are so much fun. I don't want to actually do one. Like, I love going to them, but I don't want to prepare for one. That's why I like having my shop and stuff like that. People come see me about customs and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to have, like, I love going and buying things from people from it. And my husband picks on me so much because, like, I buy things uh, that I could make all the time, like literally all the time. Like, whenever I buy shirts and stuff, he's like, "Well, you could have made that." I'm like, "Yeah, but then I have to design it and all that kind of stuff." And it's also supporting everybody else. You know, I can make lots of things, but doesn't mean I want to, or just trying not to. It's kind of like with y'all. A lot of y'all can make shirts, correct? And but a lot of you have also bought my vote tee. I will link that for y'all if y'all are interested. Um, and it means a lot that people do. To me, it matters. Um, yeah, the hurricane did add to my to-do list, Colleen. Yeah, stalls is expensive. That's what I'm saying. My weeding table was expensive. I mean, for the average user, for what I do, it's not. But again, vinyl is what we do all day, every day. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best way for me to describe it, is this is, it's work for us. This is what we do from the time we get here till the time we leave. It doesn't stop. I work with vinyl and I put on makeup. That's all I do. And, it's not a bad life. I mean, I like my life, but I will spend more on things that a lot of people won't, because it depends on what you're doing. And I've explained that many a times before. A lot of equipment and things like that I have is not if you're at home just making shirts for you and your family, you don't need the equipment that I have. You know what I'm saying? Or someone who is wanting to start shooting YouTube videos, spending the amount of money I have in camera equipment and stuff like that I mean, and mine is small beans compared to some YouTubers I know. Some of their equipment and stuff is like really really extravagant. But yeah, I did link the vote tee if y'all are interested, and I appreciate it if you buy it. You don't have to. I mean, that's not why I'm putting it there. It's just the vote tee is, as I said, it is something very close to my heart. Yes, Cassie, they do really help speed up the process, especially when you're weeding tiny little letters. I don't know if your little foot warmer has different heat settings, but the Stalls one has 3 different settings, and it's also great for drying vinyl. Like, because we do custom prints and stuff like that, so we'll take and lay stuff over it, and it helps it dry, because you got to let it dry or it won't stay on there. It will smear. Yeah, Colleen, I understand that. Like, give me a good makeup palette and let me just sit there and swatch, and I will be happy all day long. That is what I would like to do with my time all day long. Just putting color on my arms. But yeah, no. So see, yeah, that's good, Cassie. It's that it's got the 3 different temperatures. But yeah, as I said before, depending on what you're doing and what level you're at is where your equipment and things are like that are going to be. But then I also know people, and I know this happens a lot, that they have all this equipment and then they don't know how to use it. You know, the way I've always tried to do things is like I start with one thing and master it and then move to something else and then something else. That's what I have found works best for myself. I don't know, like, how many times I've heard from people like printers getting ruined and stuff like that because they bought them and then they didn't run them. Because part of the thing is, what most people won't tell you about almost every printer, unless it's a laser, it has to be run on a regular basis or it will mess up. All inkjet printers are like that. So doesn't matter, sublimation, whatever you're doing, if you're not running it, it's going to ruin at some point. Like, heads are not, like, the ink will dry and the heads will dry out and then it'll mess up. Let's see. Thank you, Alicia. It's one of my favorite things. Well, it is my favorite thing. Okay, see, Cassie, I don't know anything about Colorado winters. Southeast Texas winters aren't that bad. Like, we don't get snow, or if we do get snow, it never sticks. Like, we were so proud a few years ago because we were able to scrape up enough snow to build a snowman that was like that tall. It was very difficult. Okay, so you want to start a business from home, but to find the time to do it, I'm a mom, wife, a work, have a small vending machine business, also homeschooling. Any advice? Don't sleep. No, really, you've got a lot on your plate at this point. If you're working and you're a wife and a mom to 4 kids, you don't want to have so much on your plate that you're losing everything that matters, if that makes sense. Like, it's like I've talked about before. Whenever it comes to, like, when I do custom items or whatever. If you're not paying me for my time, it is not worth my time to do it. It is not worth taking time away from my husband and my kids, because time is our most valuable commodity. It's the best way to describe it. And people are always like, well, you can put that off and spend time with your kids tomorrow. You can go on vacation next year. Well, here's part of the problem with that philosophy is a lot of times tomorrow never comes, or what if it doesn't come, or, you've got to make things, people are a priority. And whenever someone passes away, nobody ever says, I wish I would have worked harder. I wish I would have spent more time at work. Whenever people pass away, they always say, I wish I would have spent more time with my family. I wish I would have spent more time with my kids. So for me to tell you, adding more to your plate when it already seems pretty full, I feel like I would be giving you bad advice then. You know what I mean? I mean, you are a wife, a mom, you're homeschooling, you have a business, you work from home, or you work. That's a lot. That's a lot of balls to keep up in the air. And if you try to juggle too many balls, you're going to end up dropping some. And how important are the ones that could break? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense on what I'm saying. Like, and I hope it doesn't sound too critical. It's just, that's the way I've always looked at things is, you know, and I guess it's because I didn't have like the best childhood and stuff like that, that my family, the people that are there every day, are the most important thing. You know what I mean? That is my focus. You know, work is work. You got to do it. You got to pay bills. You got to eat. But I work to live, not the other way around, not live to work. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's see. Your husband, you hate the snow, but your hubby likes the seasons. Yeah, me and my husband are the same. Neither one of us like the cold. That's why we like the South. Yeah. And you had to drive. Oh no, I cannot drive in the snow. It's like, okay. So like when we lived in California and the few times that it rained, people didn't know how to drive in the rain because they weren't used to it. Now in Southeast Texas, we're all used to the rain. You know, we drive in it daily. But you put snow on the ground here, and it's like monkeys trying to do a math problem. It just doesn't work. So no, snow. This girl don't get on the road if it's snowing. You voted early yesterday, Colleen. That's great. We're gonna try to. Okay, so voting early for us next weekend is when we can vote on the weekend, and we're gonna go vote then because I want to make sure everybody goes and votes. That is in my little voting pod. So we're gonna vote early whenever we can. You're welcome, Jennifer. I mean, as I said, hopefully that helps. But you know, especially it depends on your kids' ages. You know, if your kids are still young and they're really dependent on you, that's a lot to juggle. Your husband won't move. Thank God my husband is the way that he is, because I'm like, baby, I want to move. He's like, really? He'll just do it because that's what I want. He's great. You know, that's why we work. Thank you, Deborah. I mean, it's just, and that's where I come from, honestly. I mean, that's the best way for me to describe it is that, you know, I try to be as honest as possible. And I mean, y'all seen my videos and stuff like that. My kids are around because we are a family that spends all of our time together. And I wanted them, you know, and when I have grandbabies and stuff like that, I want it to always be that way. You changed your part-time job days to spend time with us. See, Cassie, that's always the best way to be. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that working isn't important. I mean, Lord knows I spend a lot of hours at work. I do. But it's also figuring out ways to prioritize and figure out ways to do it so that way it doesn't interfere with everything that happens at home. Because again, I know a lot of people who they put all their eggs towards work, and then, you know, the kids got bigger and that didn't keep the wife happy once they were gone. And then, you know, kids move out, they get divorced because you know, they're not anywhere on the same page anymore. He wants to work, she's used to being a stay-at-home mom, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things of And when you have kids, one thing I will recommend doing as well is dating your spouse. Making sure to make a priority for them, because at some point the kids will all move out. Mine haven't yet, but at some point I'm sure they all will. And you're going to be left just the two of you. And you need to know who each other are and make sure you still love each other. You know what I mean? What color's my hair? It is red. But okay, so what I do is like I had a box dye of like a L'Oreal Ferrier red, and then from Ulta they sell, it's like a Cure color. It's like a color shampoo, and that's red. It's like shampoo / conditioner, and that's what I do to keep the color up. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have much of a commute. It's like 5 minutes from home to work. And that's what I like. And again, like the kids work here. Jeremy works somewhere else, but the kids work here, and Cameron with him doing virtual school. So, I mean, literally at this point, we spend all day around each other. Like now, I want them to go away, but that's not always how it is. You know what I mean? It's a 5-minute commute to the basement. Yeah, no. I mean, as I said, we still have our storefront on Boston Avenue, Nederland, Texas. If you ever come down to the southeast coast of Texas, where really, so people are always like, where are you at? We are very, very, very close to Louisiana. We're closer to Louisiana than we are to Houston. Like it takes 30 minutes to get to Louisiana, but it's an hour and a half to get to Houston from where we live. So it's quite a bit of distance away. But with that being said, so we got a lot of Cajun. But if you ever come down this way, like if you're ever going to Louisiana or anything like that, driving to Disney World down I-10, come see us. Now, do I know if we'll be here forever? I have no idea. That's one of the things we've been trying to figure out because of hurricanes. But as of right now, this is what we're doing, and we're going to continue to do it. But yeah, I would love if y'all ever come down, or even go to Houston. We're an hour and a half away outside of Houston. Y'all can come see me. But yeah, but I guess I will end it there. Craftsmas should start back on Monday as long as nothing else happens. But I'm trying to let y'all know. But yeah, we'll see y'all then. Bye.